right, hey everyone. Let's go ahead and get started with some new live coding with Next.jS and PayloadCMS. I worked on some of this stuff yesterday when we streamed, really just building out the footer and trying to get my footing, trying to figure out where we left off, but I did leave some good notes about where we should go next. So we don't have to spend as much time trying to figure that part out, but we will get started here with working on the hero section, so we can jump straight into this, where first we need to just start our server. And so I'm just going to hit the up button in my terminal and do npm dev. And so in our CMS, which is going to have me log back in, that's loaded up, good there. Let that load. Okay, things are moving real fast, so that's good. Okay, so we go to our pages, and we did get a hero section here. So we have, this is a headline, this is a subtitle, just stuff to work on. Our primary and secondary CTAs, an image, and image position. So, and that's an image position within the container itself. So if like this was an image with the focal point in the bottom right corner, we could set this to be bottom or right. Anyway. So we have a couple options here, and none of them exist right now in my front end. So this is not a hero, this is just a regular content with no media. So let's get started with the hero section, shall we? So first thing first, we have our show blocks, and we're going to need to add, we are already deconstructing the page object with the hero, the content, and the meta. So the meta is already working through because we have our schema working. So we're all good there. But if I come down, we're going to need a hero. And so the best way I think we're going to have to handle this is first we should build it out. So the hero is going to have an H1 to start things off. So first we are going to set up a div that's going to be the hero. We're not going to do a section here because I don't think it's technically a section, semantically at least, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. So we can then set our H1 to then be hero.headline. And when I refresh, we got this as a headline, so that was really easy to do. So we're going to do the same thing, but we'll do a paragraph instead of a header, and we'll do subtext. Ugh. It's not subtext. Oh, it's a lexical block. So we'll need to do serialized lexical node, and then we will do hero dot subtext dot root dot children. I think I need. And then we need to do a self-closing tag there because JSX reasons. And we have this as a subtitle there. So that is in good shape. And then if we look at this again, we've got two buttons. So luckily we have a button container. So we will do hero.buttons.map. And then we'll do a button. If I need it, I'll have an index. I don't need it. I know I don't need that. So we'll hit with that. And we'll do button is primary. If it is, we will return the primary button with the spread operator for button to take all of its properties and pass it down. That didn't work for some reason, so we will look at that in just a second. Do button there, self-close, and so that should work, but it looks like I'm missing something here. I need to set a type, so I think I have a button as a type. Let's see here. So let's take a look at the API. So good thing about PayloadCMS is that I don't have to refresh or anything or log anything. I can just come in here. So we have our hero, we've got our subtext, we've got our buttons. So if we do buttons, we do a map, we have primary button, and then open a new tab. So I wonder, let's look at the buttons here. Oh, okay. So it's the open a new tab part that's getting us all mixed up. So when I first set up these buttons, yes or no was what I included. So, and there they are. So that's spoiler alert, it works. So if I come back here, open a new tab was a yes or no field. It wasn't a checkbox here. So now that it's a checkbox, we do have our primary CTA and our secondary CTA, which here doesn't actually do anything. I'm scrolling down to see what other CTA buttons do. And so it's because it when on hover, it just adds a different shade of white there. So we'll fix that in a minute, but we just wanted things to work as they do now, but we still have an error here. And I don't know why I get that a lot. So what happens if I do that? Nothing. Okay. So target, okay. Or open a new tab. So this one should open in a new tab, and it does. This one should not, so it does though. So, okay, so that first one is supposed to. So let's see what's going on here. If I go over to our content, and if I just find any buttons, I have a test button. All right, so this yes or no doesn't even exist anymore. So it's all based on the Boolean value. Boolean, not Boolean. Boolean is for stew. So we can get the yes or no gone. I hit that. So here we still have null is not assignable to Boolean undefined. And that is a problem down here in our buttons. So let's go to a secondary button 2. I don't think I even have that on click anymore. So this will then, I guess it's somehow from payload sending me a null value sometimes. Not the end of the world. Title. So this means that there, and then same thing here. Just title can't be null, so I have to add a blank string just in case. But that gets rid of our errors, so we're good there. Back to our hero. We have, this is the headline, primary and secondary CTAs. Perfect. So after that, we then need the image. So here we have, those are buttons. Okay, so go back to our hero. We have on the front end, this is a headline, this is a subtitle. If I bold this, just so you can see what it looks like, it refreshes there. And then I even have a custom thing where I can highlight it, I think. I guess I don't have it for this. I want to enable it though, because I worked hard on it. So let's look at our Lexical editor, and then take a look through here. Lexical editor, nope. New line, okay, so that's filtering stuff out. Highlight feature, that's what I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna move this over then to my page collection. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can enable the highlight feature that I made. If we go to our pages, we can then go to Lexical editor for the subtext. And I think I copied all of this. I did not. So I just need to hit that, get rid of that, then hit that. So now if I do that and refresh, let it do its thing there. This is a subtitle. I have this highlighter icon now. I can press that. And it won't look like this on the front end, but here it looks like it's a highlighted yellow. And then I come here and I refresh and it changes the color to my accent color. So obviously I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna leave it there for now. You can also see it here. So anytime that I want to accent a color or accent a word with a color, I can do that with the the highlighter. So now let's go back to the page. We're gonna take our hero section, and we're not gonna do a whole lot of styles with it yet, because what we're doing is we're building the hero component. And once that's all done, we will then bring it into its own component and then import it here. So I'm just going to do an image object, and we're going to do hero.image. And then do I need to do anything else here? .image again. So it'll likely show up. Perhaps it won't. Image needs to be. So let's see if type of hero. Let's actually set this out. So type of hero.image is equal to media. So all of that's wrong. So I should be able to go to where are my payload types? Right here. So I won't need global setting, but maybe I can do media from payload more payload types. Imports are unused. So now I should be able to come down here is equal to media. And so that's not right. But if I do hero image, I get an error. So first things first, then let's get rid of this type because that doesn't matter anymore. So what I'm thinking I need to do is stop trying to be slick. So let's go ahead and make this into a component now. So we're going to, oh, hold on. I also had that in the wrong spot. That's unfortunate because that's been working this whole time. So we are going to make this into a component now, though. So I'm going to copy this. We're going to go up here. I do have a hero section already, so we're just going to delete all of that. We're going to delete most of this. So we go here, you can do export function hero, and we're going to then do return this div, and it's going to expect a hero. And let's see how we did this for our cards. Well, it's not going to expect a hero. I'm going to send hero. So it's going to expect a headline, a subtext, some buttons, and an image. So now we can come down here and do a headline, which is going to be a string, and I'm not going, it needs to be required. So we'll do a subtext, which won't be required, but it is a rich text type. We'll do that. And then we'll do our buttons, which will be a button array. Don't know why I'm doing semicolons, not necessary there. And then we'll do image object. I believe I have to add as, do I have image object type there? I don't. So let's go over to our cards, which should have what I'm looking for here. So I can go there, do that number. That should work. Image object type. So now I can just do headline. I can just do, I think I need to do subtext there. I'm not quite sure about that yet. Then we'll do buttons. And we do a button. This is where things start to get messy. So everything is already away from that, so we can get rid of that. And then we should just be able to do image here. So now if I do that, nothing should change except for maybe the subtext. Oh, well, nothing's going to change because I have not put it here yet. So then I'm going to do our hero, and we're going to do hero. Okay, I guess we're setting our headline specifically. Hero.headline. We'll do subtext, which is going to be hero.subtext. So I think that needs to go there, and then this needs to be removed. Wait, that's not necessarily even required. Or if it is, it shouldn't be. All right. Okay, so we'll do image, which is going to be hero.image. Then we'll do buttons, which will be hero, and subtext we'll set to hero.subtext. So now I'm curious, though, because if I do this and I'm sending the full card down, and it's going and taking it from here. And there's a mix of things that are required and things that are not, and that doesn't seem to matter. I need to set a key. Button.id. Do the same thing here, because I'm also sending these down. So if I go here to card, we're doing our spread operator for the card. I can get rid of these here. Come all the way down. Yeah, we have our button, and then we also have it for, we don't have it for image, but that's not a big deal. Go to card section. Yeah, so we have our section content taking from our header section. So I wonder then if I need to go here, and instead of all of this junk, hero, well, this is not, so I don't know what's happening here. So types of property headline are incompatible. Type string null undefined is not assignable to type string. I'm passing down a headline, which is going to accept either a string or an undefined, but for some reason null keeps getting put into here. And I think, so if I go to card sections though, there shouldn't be anything that is a required field here. So let's just, for example, go here, and then we'll go to card header. Well, that's not actually helpful. If I come down here to our card section, not a single required field in here. So why are then some of these? Let's take a look at our header. So type, let's see if we can find this. Nothing found in all of the projects. So there's just something going on and I don't know what it is. But regardless, it works. And so that's all that really matters to me. So if I need to, I'm just gonna do a TS ignore for this and not even worry about it because it works and I know what it's doing and I know why it's working. It's always frustrating when things like that happen because I just spent 10, 15 minutes on that and there's no real error. So it is what it is. I just need to make sure that whatever is returned is not null. So just to try one more thing, type of hero is not null. Yep, okay, so no matter what I do, that is always gonna throw an error. So we'll figure that out later. So we'll get rid of this, we'll get rid of this, we'll get rid of this, this, and this. So everything's fine. Let's go back to the hero section. We will work on errors later.